What's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario palette. Just wanted to get on here and create another look using this palette. I have been loving this palette. I think it's absolutely amazing. I love to pair it with other palettes. I love to use shimmers with it, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with this shade right here. I already primed my lids with the Juvia's Place primer, and I did my brows with the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. I'm going to have everything that I use in today's video linked below for you. This palette is so beautiful. I normally don't like an all matte eyeshadow palette, but I really love this one because of the tones in here. It is so good. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to this shade. And I'm just going to put that in the crease just to deepen it up a little. I just love how smooth these look on the lid. Okay, so now that I got the transition color down, I'm going to use this little single eyeshadow I have. This is from Ace Beauté, and this is in the shade French Vanilla. It's a really pretty silver. It is like so smooth to the touch, but it is just really pretty. And I also think that I'm going to use this shade out of the Snow Glow palette. This is from Just Anne and St. Angel Sinners. That shade right there is so pretty, and I have not got to use that shade yet out of the palette, so I thought I would pair those two together. I'm just going to start off with a small flat brush, and I'm going to go into this Ace Beauté shade, and I'm going to start putting that on the front part of the lid. I mean, isn't that just so pretty? I love how bright of a silver this is. Same thing for this side. I actually just switched up brushes and grabbed a little bit bigger brush. I love this color. Now using the same brush, I'm just gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna go into this silver shade here, and I'm gonna put that on like the center. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. I love St. Angel Sinners formula. It's a beautiful formula. Flipping the brush back over into that lighter silver, I'm just gonna kind of mix the two together. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of this black shade and a little bit of this gray blue shade, just mixing them together, and I'm going to start putting that on the outer corner just to kind of deepen up this outer corner. Same thing for this side, just mixing those two together. So I'm just going to mix it in with that shimmer shade just so we don't have any harsh lines. Buff out this top. And I am just going to kind of work this over top. So now I think I'm going to dip into a little bit of this shade with that very first brush, and I'm just going to blend the top out a little bit. Same thing for this side, just blending out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up because I did have quite a bit of fallout. Make sure that this is nice and sharp. I'm going to prep the skin for foundation using my Mirabella serum. Now I'm just using a little bit of the P. Louise Repair from 2022 moisturizer. I love using a serum and a thin moisturizer right before foundation. I feel like it really helps so much, like your foundation just sits really nice because your skin is so hydrated. So I'm going to go in with my Ioni black eyeliner. This eyeliner is so good, and you can get it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm also going to put on a pair of half lashes. I'm just going to curl my lashes before I add the falsies. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara today. I've been really liking this mascara. This is more of like a lengthening mascara. It doesn't get clumpy on you, and it just makes your lashes look longer. So I really like this, especially when I'm using the half lashes. Okay, so I got the lashes applied. I'm going to go in with this One Size Secure the Glow Primer. I love this primer, so good. It feels like skincare and a primer all in one. And it is just so hydrating to the skin. It's like a drink of water. I love it. For foundation, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. CC Cream. I love this foundation. It's really one of my favorites, drugstore or high-end. The coverage is so good. The finish is really nice too. I'm going in with a dry beauty sponge. This is from e.l.f. as well. This is their Total Sponge, I think it's called. I'll have it linked for you in case you're interested. This one I like to use dry because it's soft enough to actually use dry. Some sponges are not soft enough to use dry, but if I can use one of my sponges dry, I like to, because I feel like when you get your sponge damp and that water mixes in with your foundation, sometimes it can like change the finish of your foundation. Not a lot, but it can change like the formula. Sometimes that can be like the reason why your foundation is separating. So for cream bronzer today, I'm going to be using this one from Patrick Ta. I really love this bronzer. It is so good. I got mine in the shade She's Sculpted. I love how this is a 2-in-1 product. I absolutely love that you get the cream and the powder together. I totally think that it's worth the price just because you're getting a 2-for-1 product. And the formula is amazing on it. And I think you already know what's coming for blush. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta blush. This is in the shade Not Too Much, and it is my favorite blush. I've been using it non-stop since I got it. I do like to use the cream first. I don't like to use the powder and then the cream on top. The shade of that blush is just perfect. Of course, my favorite concealer, the Fenty Beauty concealer. I've been stuck on this concealer so bad. I love this concealer. It just looks so flawless under the eye. It does give you like that brightening effect, which I love. I'm gonna work it down into the blush. It's hydrating, it's a full coverage. And my Givenchy powder. I can't get enough of this stuff either. And I'm just going to use it to set the under eye. I really just feel like with this powder, you cannot overuse it. A little does go a long way. Even if you use a lot, it doesn't look cakey or crepey. This really is like the best powder. It is my favorite powder that I own, and I would say it's definitely like worth the splurge. I mean, it's truly just a flawless powder. So now I'm just going back in with the powdered bronzer. I just love it. It's like so blurring. This bronzer just looks like so perfect on the skin. It's like never patchy, never muddy, never too much. If you're like me and you're heavy-handed, Patrick Ta's formulas are going to be great for you because you really can use a lot without it looking like too much. So going in with the powdered blush. Oh, I love this color. It's my favorite. So pretty, so blurring. Love. So I'm going to go in and finish the lower lash line, and I'm just going to dip into the black and that gray blue and just smoke out that bottom lash line. And then I think I'm also going to go into this shade and buff that out. I almost forgot highlighter. I love this one from IBY. It is so good. It gives you just such a pretty glow. I'm also just going to take a little brush and use the highlighter for the inner corner as well. And also the brow bone. And just go back with that first brush just to blend out a little bit. Let's go in with some e.l.f. mascara and finish off the lower lashes. Okay, so for lip liner, I'm going in with JCat Beauty. That's in the shade Rosewood. Now I'm just going to use my lip palette from P. Louise, and I'm going to go into this shade here. And then just go back in with a little bit of lip liner. For eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Oma Beauty Eyebrow Gel. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury Setting Spray. And then just to lock that in, I'm going to go in with the One Size One Till Dawn Setting Spray. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look. I absolutely love how it turned out. I really love this palette so much. I think it is a great palette to use on its own and to also pair with other palettes. So I am super happy with this purchase. But as always, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!